Guys, we're back now with part 6 of it, our EPL preview. It's predictions time, so we're going to go through these different categories, then our table that we're going to think it is, and our team of the season. So it's MVP, best player, top scorer, most assists, best signing, worst signing, first manager sacked, manager of the season, and our boldest prediction. So we'll start with Naran first. We'll go around. Who's your most valuable player?
My MVP will be David De Gea. Obviously our defence is looking a bit shaky. Last season he bailed us out in a lot of occasions, so I think it'll be very important in the new season.
That's a very good MVP.
Yeah, so my MVP is Koscielny. At the moment we've only got the 2 centre-backs in the squad, so if one of them goes down we're in a bit of trouble. So he's a very valuable player at the moment.
My MVP is Philippe Coutinho. Essentially, basically, you know, he's a wizard. And we signed him for 7 odd million, and you know, he's just, I think, possibly the most creative player in the league. So, you know, that's why he's my MVP. He's my MVP.
All right, Ellis. Yeah, that's good.
David De Gea.
Oh yeah, because David De Gea is more creative.
No,
He's a goalkeeper.
he's a quarterback. I just think because United will rely on him with the defence we have at the moment, and he's come a long way from someone that couldn't catch a corner to someone who was almost contending for keeper of the season.
How much did you pay for him?
17 million. But it's like, I mean, he's 22, 23 now.
In my opinion, Coutinho is much better value for more than half.
He's not the most
value.
He's not the most
value
creative.
to the money.
He's not the most creative in the league. That's completely wrong.
Yeah.
There's no time for banter
at Chelsea.
Time to hurry it up, Craig.
Costa, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to take this Chelsea team to the next level. With Hazard, Oscar, Willian, Fabregas, Matic feeding him. He's going to be an absolute beast, and we've seen that in pre-season so far.
Feed the beast in school.
I said Costa too, so now we'll move on to the best player.
Yeah, with Mata gone, Eden Hazard will be the one for best player. He stepped up to world class in my opinion. I think with the new Chelsea team with their signings, he'll be number 1.
Yeah, I think my best player put Ramsey. I think he'll have another amazing season.
Another Arsenal player.
No bias here.
I think in a city team that will struggle, Yaya Toure will shine.
I think if he can remain injury,
City that was strong.
City that strong. Maybe Melbourne City.
throwback, it's like 2006. Yeah.
But they lost 8-1.
City will struggle.
If he can keep fit, Sergio Aguero, with Suarez gone.
Yeah, for the reasons Naran said, Hazard, without a doubt.
Yeah, I've got Coutinho or /Sterling because I think one of them is going to grow into an exceptional player this season. It'll be their breakout year. Now moving on to the top scorer and assist. You can say that at the same time.
Yeah. Top scorer Robin Van Persie. He's won 2 of the last 3 golden boots. Top assist says Fabregas, back in the Premier League, knows it well. I think he'll set up many Chelsea goals.
Top scorer Costa, and top assists Ozil, who I think will grow from his first season in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I've got a little bit
British. You're going to say Denver Bar, Ellis?
I've got a little bit British. Top scorer Wayne Rooney. Top assists Raheem Sterling.
I've gone top scorer RVP because if he's under Van Gaal, he'll score a lot of goals in the system we're playing. And top assist. Alright, mate. And then under top assist, I've got 2 that I reckon will be equal almost. Sterling for Liverpool and Ozil for Arsenal.
Hey, whatever happened to this kid called Adnan Januzaj?
Because I think that Ozil, after one season, he's a class player. He's going to take it.
Yeah, top scorer Rooney for me. He's scored the most goals in the Premier League in the last 5 seasons. I think being paired with Van Persie and with Mata behind him.
Didn't really get the credit he deserved for that halfway goal last season.
Yeah, it was good. Then Hazard feeding Diego Costa the top assists. It's a potent
I've got Danny Sturridge because he did come second last year. Got him with 27 goals, so come what, and then Coutinho. So now, guys, going on to our best and worst signings quickly. Why?
Best signing, Alexis Sanchez, brings some Chilean flair to Arsenal, and I think he'll do very well. Worst signing, a bit controversial, I'm going to say Adam Lallana, simply because of the cost that he brings to Liverpool. He will make the starting 11, but for the price you paid for him, I'm not so sure how well he'll do.
I think it's a respectable opinion.
Best signing also Alexis Sanchez. I think he'll be able to play anywhere in
Really?
our front
Another
three.
Arsenal person.
Another Arsenal.
I think it'll be
But
great
I'd like
for
to
us.
see the latter prediction.
Yeah.
I'm very fair. Worst signing I put Enner Valencia.
Yeah.
I think £12 million for a player no one really knows much about.
Yeah.
Just had a good World Cup. I think it's a risk.
Sounds very much like El Hadj Diouf after 2002 World Cup when he went to Liverpool. Thank you.
Yeah, look, best signing, Cesc Fabregas. He left Arsenal as a Liverpool champion, and I'm sure he'll maintain that form with Chelsea. And I've gone worst signing Luke Shaw simply because of the awful inflation that's associated with it.
Best signing Felipe Luis, because I think he'll go under the radar. Because everyone's excited about Costa and all of these. And Cesc Fabregas, I think Luis will show why he's one of the best fullbacks in Europe. And worst signing, I've got Luke Shaw, and I think Alexis Sanchez won't live up to the hype.
That's a call.
Yeah.
I mean, people
That's
question,
Roy Keane over here.
people question some of the calls I've made today.
I don't think he will. I really don't think he
Yeah,
will.
so you think he'll be one of the worst signings?
Based on the fact that he brought in for how much?
30.
30 odd million. He's probably on high wages. There's a lot of expectation on him. He might not be the worst player out of all the signings that come in, but based on all these other things,
Factors, yeah.
he may be the worst signing, I think, personally.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and say best signing Luke Shaw. I think.
Yeah, 1 month out with an injury.
Hear my reason. I think he'll flourish in the wing-back role. He can just get forward and attack. Doesn't have to rely on his defensive duties as much.
Craig,
Which, as a young player, he's not that strong. I think we've bought a left-back for the next 10 years, potentially. I think he could develop into something special.
are you sure?
No. Worst signing.
Took you a second, Lorenz.
Bojan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Boyan, I've got
Boyan.
my best signing being either Stephen Colker, because I rate the guy very highly for QPR, or Fabregas, and then I've got Shane Long for 12 million to Southampton.
Hey, leave him alone.
I'm not a fan for 12 million. It's a ridiculous signing. Okay, guys. Now your first manager sacked and your manager of the season.
First manager sacked, Sean Dyche, I think that's how you pronounce it, from Burnley. I think they're going to panic because they're going to get relegated and they're going to get rid of him. Manager of the season, Jose Mourinho, because I think he's going to win the Premier League.
Manager to get sacked, Alan Irvine from West Brom. Don't necessarily think it'll be just him. I just think they have a poor squad. Manager of the season, I think Coman. I think Southampton was surprised a few.
First manager to be sacked for me is Sam Allardyce, Big Sammy. I just don't think it's going to work out for him. And manager of the season is, I think Pochettino is going to make some waves at Spurs. I really do.
Nice. Big Sam, first manager sacked. Or Lambert, I don't know. One of the two. They might get sacked on the same day.
Switch clubs.
Manager of the season, to continue his form from the World Cup, Mr. Louis Van Gaal.
Yes, I think Lucas got it spot on. I think Big Sam will be first to go. I think the fans will just push him out eventually, or soon. And then for the manager of the season, Van Gaal. Make top 4.
I've got Sam Allardyce just because I think if they don't win in the first 8 games, or don't do very well in those first 8 to 10, he'll be out anyway. And then I've got old mate Brendan Rodgers getting up there again. I did have Steve Bruce up there also, but then I worked out I've got Hull quite low down the table. That doesn't really go well. No, I like Steve Bruce.
They'll win the Europa League.
Yeah, that's why they're going to fire in Europa. Now, guys, quickly, your bold prediction for the season, Moran.
I came here to make the tough calls.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Fernando Torres will score a goal in the Premier League this season.
A goal.
Yeah.
One goal.
At least a goal.
Top goal scorer.
I agree with that prediction as well, but yeah, my bold prediction is young Callum Chambers to become a star for Arsenal.
No bias there at all, Lorenz.
Well, Moran, if you say you're coming here to make the big calls, I don't know exactly what I come in here for, but I'm going to come out and say that City will not make the top 4. Half my words, cameraman, who it doesn't actually exist. City will not make the top 4.
In a season of upsets last season, my bold prediction will be Arsene Wenger's luck will run out and Arsenal will finish outside the top 4.
Well, I've got something Liverpool fans might not want to hear, but I think
Of course.
Liverpool finish outside the top 4.
Yeah.
I think they don't have the squad to compete in Europe and in the league at the same time. So
You said City weren't going to finish the top 4.
can't wait to see it happen.
Mine to win manager of the
So we
year.
got City not in the top 4, Arsenal not in the top 4, and Liverpool in the
Everyone thinks
They
United
don't
are
call
the
it. They don't call it a bold prediction for nothing.
I know, okay. And my bold prediction is that Borjan will still struggle, yet everyone will still compare him to Messi. Every article will still be comparing him to Messi. But
Is
yeah.
it that bold?
I think it's pretty bold because everyone still will compare him and go, he's still going to become good, and they still don't understand.
It's
his
just that
struggle.
He's constant to have a good season.
Yeah.
It's a bold prediction.
Interesting that your bold prediction entails a man that has a mane.
What? Is that what floated right over my head?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
No one gets it.
Only the football fans will get that one.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Now we're going to go around quickly and go through your ladder. I'll start first with mine, with my table prediction. So my top 4 will be Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. With Chelsea winning the title, it's theirs to lose. Then my next 3 will be Man United, Everton, Newcastle. I think Newcastle will pivot at 7th, maybe taking Europa again. Then it goes Tottenham, QPR. I did have Crystal Palace at 10th till Tony Pulis left this morning. But now then it goes Swansea, West Ham, Hull, Leicester, Stoke, Southampton, West Brom, Crystal Palace just saving by the skin of their teeth. Then Sunderland, Aston Villa and Burnley getting relegated. So Naran, you to go next?
Yep, my top 4 got Chelsea winning it, Man City, Man United, Arsenal, Europa League spots for Liverpool, Tottenham and Everton. Then I've got Newcastle, controversial but Newcastle, Stoke, Swansea, West Ham, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Southampton, Sunderland, QPR, Hull, and then relegation for West Brom, Leicester and Burnley at the bottom.
Yeah, I've got Chelsea winning the league, followed by Man City, Arsenal in 3rd, and then Man U in 4th. Then Liverpool in 5th, Everton and Tottenham. I won't worry about the others, but then my relegation battle, well, the ones I think will get relegated, not battles. Leicester, Burnley and West Brom.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. I've got Arsenal to win the league, believe it or not.
I find it really hard to believe it.
Then I've got
City to finish 6th.
Chelsea, Liverpool.
Bizarro, well.
Chelsea, Liverpool had Spurs to make the 4. United to finish 5th, along with City in 6th and Everton in 7th. And then to be relegated, Big Sam's West Ham, West Brom and Leicester. Mighty old Leicester. Won't be so mighty.
I've got Chelsea to finish first, as most other people probably would.
You don't actually have anything.
It's all up here. It's all up here. Second, I've got Man City, with United finishing 3rd because they do. Seeing as at the moment, if we can bring in a few good players, I think United could finish 3rd with no European tournament. 4th, I've got Liverpool, who I think will just scrape it. I think 4th and Arsenal and Liverpool for that 4th spot. So if United do play well, they could make 3rd spot their own. But 3rd and 4th, 4th Liverpool, Arsenal 5th, 6th Everton, 7th Tottenham, and in the relegation zone, West Brom, I hope they get relegated, West Ham and Leicester. The Whip boys, they'll finish last.
And now Sammy Craig last with you.
I've got Chelsea to finish 1st, as expected, followed by City, Arsenal, United to make 4th. Then Liverpool, Tottenham and Everton. Then I think from 8th to 17th is absolutely anyone's game. And then
know what half the other teams are.
no, I think there's just a complete lack of quality. Like Southampton have been savaged by transfers. Then for the relegation, I've got Sunderland, Villa and Burnley.
Okay, now guys, finally with our predictions now of the season, we're going to go with our team of the season. Obviously that's very hard to decide that right now, but we'll start with you, Naran, again. Tell us your formation you pick and your 11 players.
Yep, I've gone for a 4-4-2, Courtois and goals, a back 4, Felipe Luis, Terry, Kompany and Zabaleta, midfield of Hazard, Mata, Fabregas and Sanchez, and up front we've got Van Persie and Costa.
I've gone for the 4-3-3 with Szczesny in goal, He's going to have a great year. Gibbs, Company, Koscielny and Zabaleta at the back.
Sorry, continue.
If Gibbs stays fit.
So he won't be staying fit.
If he
So he
stays
won't make the
fit,
team.
he's a great left back.
Opinions are allowed.
Then we got Ramsey, Yaya Toure and Fabregas in the midfield, with Rooney, Costa and Sanchez up front.
Now, Ellis, who are you going to have in yours? Southampton players?
I've got a flat 4-4-2. Sure. Courtois in goals for me. Then my defence will constitute of Zabaleta, Mertesacker, Lovren. It's actually Croatian, so I don't know why I pronounced it in the French way. And Azpilicueta. And then in the midfield, I've got Raheem Sterling, Yaya Toure, Fabregas and Sanchez. And then up front, Sarge and Diego Costa.
I've got David De Gea in goals. I was going to put in Courtois, but I think it'll be one of those Marshall situations where the keeper's going to be called into action a lot more than he should. De Gea, I think, will be in the action a bit more than Courtois with the defence of Chelsea. Back four, I've got Zabaleta. It's a 4-3-3. Zabaleta, Kompany, Ivanovic and Felipe Luis. With Toure and Matic as the deep midfielders. Fabregas, CAM. Costa up front with RVP and Aguero as well.
Yeah, I think you have to go with, in a 4-4-2, I've got Courtois up front, Azpilicueta on the right, Cahill, Lovren, centre-backs, Luiz on the left, then Hazard, Sterling as the wingers, Matic, Toure to run the midfield, and Costa and Rooney up front to bang the goals.
Okay, with my team I've got a 4-3-3. Courtois, Azpilicueta, Lovren, Terry, Felipe Luis, Coutinho, Matic, Fabregas, Sterling, Sturridge and Ozil. That's my teams. So I think that brings to the end of our massive EPL preview for 2014-15, guys. Can I thank Naran, Lorenz, Ellis for his controversial preview as always. Lucas and Craigie for coming on the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we'll catch you back for next week. Every Thursday now we'll be filming, so we'll catch you every Friday then. So see you soon. Ta-da.